Hey there everyone, Iggy the Investing Iguana here. Today we're diving deep into one of the most ambitious infrastructure projects in Southeast Asia. Indonesia's plan to relocate its capital from Jakarta to a brand new city called Nusantara on the island of Borneo. This is a move that will have massive implications for the Indonesian economy, the environment, and indigenous communities in the region. In this video, I'm going to break down everything you need to know about the capital relocation plan, from the economic potential to the environmental concerns. By the end, you'll have a clear understanding of what this means for Indonesia's future and how it could impact your investment decisions. First, let's talk about why Indonesia is making this move. Jakarta, the current capital, is facing some serious challenges. With a population of over 10 million people, the city is heavily congested, polluted, and prone to flooding. In fact, parts of Jakarta are literally sinking due to excessive groundwater pollution. According to estimates, traffic congestion alone costs the city's economy a staggering $4.5 billion per year. So it's no surprise that the government is looking for a fresh start with a new, sustainable capital city. Enter Nusantara, a futuristic forest city that will be built from scratch in East Kalimantan province on the island of Borneo. The vision is for a green, smart city that prioritizes the environment and aims to be carbon neutral by 2045. The government plans to relocate over 1.5 million civil servants to Nusantara, which will require massive infrastructure development, including new government buildings, housing, and transportation networks. From an investor's perspective, this project presents some exciting opportunities. The construction industry is likely to boom as the new capital takes shape, and there could be a surge in demand for real estate in the area. However, we can't ignore the potential risks and challenges that come with a project of this scale. One major concern is the environmental impact. Borneo is one of the most biodiverse places on Earth, home to critically endangered species like orangutans, clouded leopards, and pygmy elephants. Environmentalists warn that the construction of Nusantara could lead to widespread deforestation and habitat loss. There are also worries about the impact on indigenous communities in the area, with at least 5 villages of the Balik people already being relocated to make way for the new capital. As investors, we have to weigh the potential economic benefits against these environmental and social risks. Personally, I believe that sustainable development is crucial for long-term growth and stability. If Nusantara can truly live up to its promise of being a green, carbon-neutral city, it could set a powerful example for the region and attract environmentally conscious investors. However, the government will need to be transparent about how it plans to mitigate the ecological impacts and ensure fair treatment of affected communities. Now let's take a closer look at how the capital relocation could affect Jakarta's economy and infrastructure. With government offices and employees moving out starting in 2024, there will likely be reduced economic activity and spending in sectors that cater to civil servants and government operations. This could negatively impact businesses like restaurants, shops, and service providers in certain areas. However, it's important to note that Jakarta will remain the country's economic and business capital. Key institutions like the central bank and financial regulators will stay put, so the overall economic impact may be limited. Jakarta's role as Indonesia's commercial hub means that many companies and jobs will remain in the city. That said, there are concerns that a lack of continued infrastructure investment and flood control measures in Jakarta after the capital relocation could make conditions worse for residents who remain, especially those in informal settlements. Failure to protect assets and quality of life could reduce Jakarta's economic vitality over time. Jakarta already faces major infrastructure challenges, including severe traffic congestion that costs the economy billions annually, as well as flooding and rapid sinking due to groundwater depletion. The move to Nusantara alone won't solve these problems, as only a small fraction of Jakarta's 30 million metro residents will relocate. With government functions shifted to the new capital, there is a risk that infrastructure development in Jakarta could slow, which could exacerbate existing issues if not addressed. Looking at the latest economic data, Indonesia's economy grew by 5.11% year-on-year in the first quarter of 2024, exceeding forecasts of 5%. This growth was supported by strong domestic demand and state budget support. Inflation also decelerated significantly to 2.61%, down from 5.51% in the previous year, reflecting the effectiveness of the country's monetary policies. The Indonesian stock market, as measured by the IDX Composite index, has been relatively resilient despite global economic challenges. As of July 27, 2024, the index closed at 7,294 points, just 1.87% below its highest point in March. However, analysts have recently cut their forecast for the index amid concerns over the incoming government's policies and uncertainty about the central bank's interest rate cuts. Current analyst forecasts for the IDX Composite Index are mixed. While some analysts had previously predicted the index could reach a record high of 8,000 points by year-end, many have now revised their expectations downward due to the uncertain policy environment and global economic headwinds. However, most analysts still maintain a positive long-term outlook for the Indonesian market, citing the country's strong economic fundamentals and attractive valuations compared to other markets in the region. In conclusion, Indonesia's plan to relocate its capital to Nusantara is a bold and ambitious undertaking that presents both opportunities and challenges for investors. While the project has the potential to stimulate economic growth and showcase sustainable urban development, the risks to Borneo's ecosystems and indigenous communities cannot be ignored. As the capital relocation progresses, it will be crucial for the government to prioritize transparency, environmental protection, and social responsibility to ensure the long-term success and sustainability of the project. As always, I encourage you to stay informed. Do your own research and make investment decisions that align with your values and financial goals. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more insights and analysis on the latest developments in the world of investing. And don't forget to share this video with your friends and colleagues who might be interested in learning more about Indonesia's capital relocation plan and its potential impact on the economy and stock market. Thank you for watching, and until next time, this is Iggy the Investing Iguana reminding you to always look at the big picture when it comes to investing. Stay curious, stay informed, and stay ahead of the curve.